Are the women of today liberated? In what sense is the question that one needs to ask, because it depends on, a lot of it depends on what part of society they come from. If we're talking about Pakistan specifically, there's certain segments of society where women will never have a certain amount of freedom that women like us have. So it really depends on how one positions that question to achieve an answer.
Pakistani women are liberated, but I'm talking about 2%. The rest of the 90-95% women who are working in rural areas, I don't think they are liberated, because I think the kind of issues we face and the kind of issues they face, there's a huge difference, because the society itself, I think, is very schizophrenic.
Women empowerment and the kind of positions that women hold right now in media, in arts, in culture, in development sector, and now even in corporate sector, I think things are looking very bright, and things will change very soon.
They have come a very long way in the last 10 years. I left Pakistan about 25 years ago, and I've seen a lot of changes. I keep coming back because this is my home. But yes, I have seen a lot of changes.
So I think the women today are more aware of their femininity, they're more aware of their sexuality, they're more aware of their rights. And I think media has also played its role, but I think the overall scenario is also changing. Globalization has also touched Pakistan, and the women today stand liberated. But yes, of course, there's room for more. And probably there's room for more everywhere in the world, not just Pakistan.
Most common problems, I think some of them, again, depending which strata of society you're coming from. So again, it could be transportation. It could be not having a proper daycare center. And then at times, I think not having that professional grooming where, they feel that they can contribute and get to bigger levels. So I think that mental glass ceiling also, becomes a problem.
I think women and men face the similar problems. I think that it's all about, we are constantly talking about gender issues, we're talking about harassment. I think everybody faces the same kind of problem. I think women in Pakistan specifically have a lot more freedom than women in most Muslim countries, and I think we need to thank ourselves, thank this country for it. I think we need to thank the environment we're in, and I think we need to move ahead from the gender sort of concerns and basically position ourselves on capability, which is more important right now.
Believe it or not, it still remains harassment. 70% women suffer from sexual harassment at workplace. So it is happening, and it's not being reported. And a lot of times women don't even know that this is sexual harassment. So I think we need an awareness campaign there. Some companies in the corporate sector have come up with harassment policies, but a lot more needs to be done there, because you see, we are still fighting a mindset where women are not weighed out on what they know or what they achieve or what they do, but they're weighed out on what they look like and what are their physical credentials and how young they are, all of that.
I think being taken seriously. And I'm not going to again generalize. I think a lot of people do take women very seriously, but at the same time, I think bigger organizations tend to take them for granted, and they're very, in a way, very traditional roles of women in those organizations, such as, you would only find them in human resource departments, or you would only find them at reception desks, or you would only find them at administrative desks. You would barely see them on the front lines. I think women themselves also have to differentiate between positive discrimination and discrimination, because I know some of them who do enjoy the positive side of it. You don't have to stand in a line, you can just pass and get directly, pay the bill and get out. You don't have to stand up in the buses, but these are the realities of life which men face every day. And I think when equality comes, it comes with responsibility as well.
I think women should take leadership roles. They take leadership roles at home. They take, and I think that is an extremely important leadership role. They can transcend that very easily in life, whether it's in business or in politics. As I mentioned, there are 24 heads of state all over the world who are women. So women are taking leadership roles. And I think they need to become they need to claim their rightful role in society. They need to position themselves and just go out there and make it happen. I think most of the barriers are in their minds.
The Pakistani woman today, compared to 15 or 20 or even 10 years ago, I feel has acquired a certain sense of freedom to a large extent, and now what she does with it is very relevant, because if she doesn't actually manage this freedom correctly and effectively, she can actually we are right at the base of like either moving ahead in a very productive manner, and if we do not understand the power of this freedom that we have sort of started to acquire, we can actually sort of regress. So we have to be very careful how we deal with it now.